In the meantime, perhaps the most anticipated debut of all on the opening day, Pep Guardiola's first game in charge of Manchester City. The former Barcelona and Bayern Munich manager faced a Sunderland side now led by David Moyes, following the appointment of Sam Allardyce, of course, as England boss. Steve Wilson was at the Etihad Stadium.
Such is the status of Pep Guardiola that City's tag of title favourites is hung on his presence just as much as that of any of his players. David Moyes will relish the challenge in his first game as Sunderland boss. Decisions already for Guardiola, and Joe Hart is the first big casualty. On the bench as Willy Caballero starts in goal. John Stones and Nolito make their City debuts. An early conundrum too for Moyes. Lamine Kone wants to go to Everton, but Sunderland would rather keep their very tidy defender than make a very tidy profit, and the Ivorian starts. And here to watch his old boys, and maybe some new ones too, the England manager, Sam Allardyce. Another new era at Manchester City. And it's a free kick to Sunderland. Fernandinho is ostensibly the only really defensive midfielder in this Manchester City starting lineup, and was just a little bit late on Jermaine Defoe. Early test for Caballero. And it took a little deflection, I think. Caballero treated it with caution, maybe more than it actually deserved. And that's dangerous. Sunderland are protesting it should be a corner. And in the end, it's a goal kick. Point to prove David Moyes. His last game in the English Premier League was a 2-0 defeat at Goodison Park as Manchester United boss. Sterling being chased by Van Aanholt and caught by Van Aanholt. Penalty Manchester City with just a second or two more than 3 minutes played. Cut back inside the fullback, who couldn't avoid sliding into the Manchester City forward. Few complaints from Sunderland about the award of this penalty, to be taken by Sergio Aguero. 1-0. Off and running already, Manchester City. The main man scores the first goal of Manchester City's season. Elegant defender John Stones, who didn't have the best of seasons last term at Everton. Borini chasing that. Caballero's clearance is poor. Here's Watmore and Borini. Defoe was in space. Lyndon Gooch here. Danger, it was just behind Borini, which was a shame. Ironic really that Caballero is in the team because of Joe Hart's supposed weakness in playing the ball with his feet, but it was a poor Caballero clearance to Watmore. David Silva, don't want to give him that much room. Nolito went for curl, didn't appear to be that far away. He's enjoyed himself, Manchester City's new Spaniard, so far, 23 minutes into his career. Mikel Arteta there, newly of this parish. What a place to learn and what a man to learn under. Here's Borini. Rodwell might hit it. Took a deflection. And Sunderland have a corner and a rare opportunity to try and unsettle Manchester City here. In goes the Van Aanholt corner. Seemed to be a momentary hesitation before the clearing header came in from David Silva. Not cleared yet. Kone's strike blocked by Kolarov. Kone's header, Defoe! Caballero with the save. He was onside Jermaine Defoe. And Sunderland very nearly got themselves level. Yeah, he's level. And it's a good save. Got a Champions League qualifier coming up, Manchester City over 2 legs against Steaua Bucharest, the first of those coming up next midweek. Sterling, did he keep the ball in play? He did. Sunderland haven't got it away. Aguero puts it wide with a really good opportunity. Well, he's so lethal, Aguero, you just expect him to turn and sweep that into the corner. Maybe just snatched at it a little bit. Not beaten yet, David Moyes, Sunderland. Barini. Rodwell, clever. Defoe, 1-1. Well, if you don't finish the opposition off, there is always the possibility that they will come back and bite you, especially if Jermaine Defoe is in their team. And that is exactly what has happened. Definitely onside. Took up a great position. Got it out from under his feet and then put it under the goalkeeper. 1-1. Not the first Manchester City manager to wear that expression. Every second that ticks by is encouragement for Sunderland. Sanya finding Navas well. Iheanacho and Aguero and Delph in the middle. Driven in, Iheanacho! Manchester City are back in front, and it may be that it was an own goal. So it's driven across. It is. It's hit McNair. Nothing he could do about it. Manchester City 2, Sunderland 1. David Moyes very interested now in what number the fourth official is going to hold up. Oh, that's a terrible clearance from Manone. Iheanacho into Aguero. Aguero with Iheanacho square. Here he is, can set up Delph. Great block, should have been a goal. Terrible mistake by Manone. Iheanacho into Sergio Aguero. Back to Kelechi Iheanacho. Ignored Delph. And I think Love made the block. Now Van Aanholt. Knocked up towards Januzaj. Oh, and McNair almost had the opportunity to make amends. The ball fell in the direction of Paddy McNair and then just accelerated away from him. Younes Kaboul. Fernandinho across, and it's a corner to Sunderland. 4 minutes were indicated, 4 have been played. City still living on their nerves right at the end. Here comes Manone. Januzaj to take. That wasn't a very good corner. Bobby Madley blows his whistle, and Manchester City have won their first game under Pep Guardiola. It's finished City 2, Sunderland 1.
Well, it's the first look at Pep Guardiola's Manchester City, and there were certain elements that we've seen in his previous managerial clubs at Bayern Munich and, of course, Barcelona.
Yeah, the most fascinating aspect is the two fullbacks, how he's asking them to play. Yes, look at the two fullbacks, Sanya and Clichy. They're asked to get and outnumber the opposition in midfield. They have to be able to take the ball under pressure with someone marking them. And look, I mean, we've never seen this style of play before in the Premier League. Fernandinho there is being asked to go into the to the defence to start moves off. And again, look at the two fullbacks in midfield. And as I said, they have to be able to do this, otherwise they won't get in that team. They receive the ball under pressure. They got away with it a bit today because they didn't play that well. There was a few passes that went astray, but that's certainly understandable. Just look what they tried to do. They tried to outnumber the opposition there, and with the two fullbacks in the middle, Nolito wide and Sterling wide, they're trying to give them a width. And when they do get, or when they lose possession, this is what he's asking his goalkeeper to do. When Fernandinho's not there to support, he's asking his goalkeeper to do that. And he didn't fancy Joe Hart to do that today. But when they get through, he wants him to be the keeper. We've seen that many times in Spain and in Germany. Exact same thing happened again. And it is hard to believe that the fullbacks, as I said, we didn't see that, or we haven't seen that in the Premier League. It didn't quite work on this occasion. But You have to be able to do better when you're in that position. They are new to it. As I said, they've never been asked to do that before. The passing has to be better. That was Clichy. This is Sanya. Simple pass in the final third, and they also have to do this better. That is a simple throw from Sunderland. They outbattle them there. The gap in between the two centre-halves, Kolarov and Stones, is far too big. Stones is telling Sanya and Navas to cover his right-hand side, and I don't know what Stones is doing coming out there. He can't vacate that area when the danger is behind him. It's a lovely ball from Rodwell into Defoe, and it's a very good finish, and they got away with it today. There has to be improvement, and I'm sure there will improvement, because it is very early to criticise, but there's certainly aspects to work on.
Yeah, he went for Willie Caballero in goal, Ian, which Joe Hart was on the bench. Where does that leave the England goalkeeper?
Well, it leaves him with a lot to think about. I think coming off of the Euros and a couple of mistakes, high-profile mistakes he's made, I think that he's at a stage in his career where he's going to have to suck this one up and get himself going again. I don't think that he's afraid to get the hard work done. And I personally don't think that Willie Caballero is a better goalkeeper than Joe Hart. So I think that he's just got to be professional and get yourself going again.
OK. First impressions of Sunderland under David Moyes?
Well, I thought that, what was it, 70-odd% possession that Man City had?
77% possession,
with 4 shots. He was expecting a little bit more. I thought they were very organised. Kabul and Kone were very, very good today. And when you've got a goal scorer like Jermaine Defoe and you keep yourself in the game, and I'm sure that David Moyes will keep them more organised, keep yourself in the game, you've got a chance of nicking something.
He's key, Defoe. If they can keep him fit, he obviously will score goals and give them a much better season.
Yeah.
OK.